Life's not fair, is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast, others spend their lives in the dark. Begging for scraps.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what he can give.
Run away, Simba, and never return.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
Hello everybody, and welcome to my Lion King review. I currently don't have a Lion King image, so when I edit this, probably tomorrow, I will get one. Currently, I'm just looking at my Maestro screen. But I am here to talk about the Lion King live-action interpretation. And if you are not ready for a rant, be prepared. Now first, I want to say that I have not seen the full original Lion King movie in a long time. A long time. I had the chance, though, to see some of the end of it before I saw the Lion King movie. It's kind of like a double feature kind of thing. But I didn't really care seeing the whole thing, and I didn't have time to. So, unfortunately, that was the downfall. But from what I did see, I did remember it, but it was so long ago that I saw the original. So, I came home, and I do own the movie. I just haven't watched it in such a long time. I am currently 6 minutes and 32 seconds into the film, and I've stopped it. And I started doing this review because I was going to watch the full thing for the review, and I'm probably still going to watch some of it. I'm not going to watch the rest of it tonight because I have to get up at an early time tomorrow. So I'm just going to kind of watch what I have until I'm finished eating my dinner, and then I'm going to go to bed. But I was planning on watching the entire thing, and then I'm like, because this is right after I came home from seeing The Lion King, the new one. And I have to say, I haven't done a review for Disney's Aladdin, the live action one, but I really enjoyed that one. What that one did right was it didn't try to duplicate what had already been done. Now, yeah, the songs are the same, characters might have been the same. I have not seen exactly the original Aladdin. I have never seen the full version. I need to see the full version to compare it. And I imagine some of the lines are probably the same. But, oh my gosh, how identical this movie is. It's literally just a live-action drop-off with extended scenes to draw out suspense. For example, it literally starts off the same and just a little bit longer before the Na Savenya happens, where in the original it happened like as soon as the movie started. And then they draw out the giraffe scene a little bit longer before they see the rest of the animals. And it's even the same to the title dropping. Just poof. And even in that sense, like if I were to go back and just Sorry, you probably heard that. So right here, even down to that boom is almost identical in the new version. I'm like, okay, why? And I honestly, I may not watch the original one right now because I've seen the ending twice already today, technically, and I'm just watching the beginning a second time. If you like the original and you're okay with some major issues, major issue number one I have with the live action film, you cannot tell characters apart. Scar looks like Mufasa, and when Simba grows up, Simba looks like Mufasa. It's such a slight difference. Just a slight difference. And Scar has a slight skin tone change and a scar over his left eye, but it's very small. It's not even as pronounced as the one in the animated version is. Oh boy. Okay. Next thing. The lines. Writing pretty awful. The lines that they didn't copy, there were some fun things. There are some good ones I really did enjoy, especially dealing with Pumbaa. There's a tiny little section toward the middle-ish end, more toward the end, I did like. But some of the lines that they have are just filler lines, and it just seems like they dragged it out a little bit. They just dragged it out. And that's what most of this movie feels like. The original one was quite fast-paced. They added about 20 minutes to this movie. I think it's like an hour 30 almost exactly. Really close to that. The animated one. And I think the new one's like an hour 58. Or 48, something like that. Hour 58. It's 118 minutes, so hour 58. And all the stuff they added has been drawn out scenes. That's basically all they are. They're just either more intense scenes or the dialogue just runs more. There's no creativity in this. Now, I do want to back up Jon Favreau. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Sorry if I said it wrong. I know some people would be upset. I tried. I'm sorry. He was the director of this film, as well as other films you know as Iron Man, and he plays Happy Hogan in movies such as Iron Man, and in Spider-Man, Homecoming, and Far From Home. Fantastic actor. But apparently he said in interviews that he had no creative freedom on this production. So don't blame him. He did the best he could. There are some amazing shots. I loved the ending scene. I was all like, when I was rewatching the end, a little bit spoiler alert, not gonna spoil anything. If you haven't seen it though, Lion King's been out for such a long time. So, and the only reason I'm not spoiling it is because I'd be spoiling the new one as well as the old one, because the story is almost identical. But there's the scene at the end with the fire. People will know right away what it is. The live action one looks really nice, especially on I saw it, I believe it was for a 4K projector, I believe it was. So it looks really, really nice on the screen. And there's some beautiful sky shots in this movie. There are some beautiful ones where they just pan, but that's the thing. This is like a slower Lion King movie. And the choreography is not really that good. It just seems like they were hugging all the time. Call this the lion hug. Unfortunately, the lion hug. It wasn't bad. I can't say I didn't enjoy it myself, but the scary thing is, I said I was about 6 minutes into the movie, and I already noticed like almost identical things. Like when the title screen ends, it goes to the mouse, and I'm using the beginning on purpose because the beginning is not as important. And I'm using things that are insignificant. Not severely insignificant, they are important. But, for example, the mouse. In the cartoon, they take no time for Scar to get to the mouse, or the mouse to get to Scar. In the new one, it's a good 30 seconds to a minute before the mouse gets to Scar. And you just falling around. I actually said out loud, I'm like, is this Ratatouille? because it felt like we were paying really close attention to this mouse for a long period of time when we really didn't need to. It's not about the mouse, it's about the lions and the Lion King. That's the name of the movie, that's the whole point. Not the mouse. Now, if they do a live action interpretation of Ratatouille, I think that would be incredible. I'd be so down for that. As long as they get the same voice actor to play Remy. He is still alive, he's not dead. They can still do that. Because Remy won't change. It's still going to be a mouse. Either way. And don't get me started. I was looking at... I'll make another video on it someday. I was looking at the cast for the new Scoob movie. One, the art style looks atrocious. And two, there's none of the voice actors that played in any of the other Scooby-Doo movies. None. It's like they're trying to reboot the series so that they can have... it's not going to do well. Mark Wahlberg is in it. That's the only hope I have, playing Blue Falcon. And someone else I knew from Transformers film. One of them. Not the one with Mark Wahlberg in it. I haven't seen the last night, or whatever it's called. Either way. Moving back to Lion King. Okay. What's next? Right. So identical. I mean, I got sick and tired of watching the same thing here. Like, it's down to the bare bone. Like, Mufasa jumps in front of Scar and says, "Is that a challenge?" Like, the dialogue is the same. It's almost identical. And again, drawn out for 20 more whole minutes. This is a kid's movie. Why are you trying to draw things out even further? You shouldn't be. And I always blank on this character's name. Pumbaa's friend that's with him. I blank on his name, but the actor who plays him is come out of nowhere. He was in Men in Black International, Stuber that just came out last week. Like, right before Lion King. The first episode of the new Twilight Zone TV series, and more. And to get titles like this, it's like, what the heck? Then you have, I keep on forgetting his name, but he's directing the new Good Boys movie. He directed and starred in This Is the End, and a couple of other movies. I can't think of his name at the moment. I always blank on names sometimes. But he played Pumbaa. He was okay. Don't think he had a singing voice, though, for the role. Pretty off-casted. And for the first, up until, like, again, it was kind of drawn out. So for a while, until you meet Scar after he grabs the rat, there's no talking. And there's some dead scenes, too. And it's not as fast and straightforward as the new Lion King is. And I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is. And I also want to point out, I'm not a huge Lion King fan. I'd have to rewatch it. I do enjoy the story a lot. I hate to say it like this, I don't like sad stories. And The Lion King, for me, Lion King and Finding Nemo are two of the saddest Disney movies to exist. Obviously, Lion King, the big one, is pretty self-evident, and that hit me pretty hard, I know, the first time I saw it, because it stuck with me all these years, even without seeing The Lion King. I knew it happened. And I could recall seeing that scene over and over in my head several times. In Finding Nemo, partial spoiler alert, this happens at the very beginning of the movie, and if you haven't seen Finding Nemo, it's been a very long time. You can skip ahead if you'd like, but I am spoiling the beginning of Finding Nemo so I can make my point. Now, a lot of people know this, but in most Disney movies, if you look, there's death. Lion King, Finding Nemo, technically Finding Dory. Even Marvel movies have a lot of death. To be fair, though, a good superhero does need some sort of death in their background. Big Hero 6, that is a Disney thing, but also a Marvel thing. I don't know about Mulan, but I've seen the trailer for the new Mulan movie, and it looks really bad. Disney in 2019. Look what we have. And the other ones, I can't think of all of them right now, but in Finding Nemo, the beginning, not only does the mother die off screen, but not only does the mother die, but all of her children except Nemo. Now, a lot of people think of it like that. They don't show anything, but if you think, it's really messed up to be in a kid's movie. Even the fact that the first 5 minutes of the movie, that happens. And the reasons why Nemo does some things, especially that gets him caught, rebelling against his dad, yes, but why his dad is so overprotective is very dark. It's very, very dark. And I love Finding Nemo, and I really do like The Lion King. But if I have a choice of movie to watch, I'm not going to watch dark and depressing stories. I just won't. It's part of the reason why I stopped. I'm like, if this is no different, I'm not wasting my time watching this entire movie again right now. I'll watch it another day. I have other movies that are happier that I can watch right now at 3:46 in the morning. So, I don't like being upset and sad at kids' movies. I still love Finding Nemo. I still love The Lion King. But it's not something that I want to watch constantly. Obviously, I have not watched The Lion King in many years, at least over 12, if not more. And I have not been sad about it. Now, not to offend anyone who loves The Lion King, everyone has their opinions and has their right to their opinions, and I respect every single person's as long as they're not being a jerk about it. It's just not my favorite movie. But I was really excited to see the live action interpretation. I was. With some big actor names and such. And how cute. See, I'm just going to get it because the lion cubs in it are so damn cute. I'm a sucker for cute. And honestly, in the animated one, the lion cub's not cute. I don't ooh and ah over the lion cub in that one. But I'm sorry, I have my mic. It's just they pulled too much from the original source material. And in my book, that's a big, big fail. You do not copy the work that you've already created and just throw the live action title on it and use CGI to CGI it, when it's basically the same thing, just with better CGI, better animation. Simba sounded like a 12-year-old through the entire movie, even when he became an adult. And I felt that the Pumbaa and the other character scenes went by really, really, really fast. But I think that's how they were in the original, too. The original was so fast-paced, and that was the one section of the new movie that was pretty fast-paced as well. So yeah. I hate to do this, but I'm going to give it a D-. And the only reason I haven't given it an F or an E, depending on what grade system you use, it's because I actually still enjoyed it a little bit. And because I'm not giving it the F or the E, because it did entertain me a little bit. It wasn't a giant waste of time. But if you love the original, don't go see this movie. Don't. Just don't. You'll be saving yourself time just to watch the original at home that you own already. Now, to back up Disney, apparently how their copyright thing works is that in order to hold the copyright on the older movies, they have to make the newer ones. I don't know why, but apparently that is part of the reason why they're doing all these new live-action remakes. Mulan will not be good. Don't get excited for Mulan. It looks quite bad. It just looks like another samurai type film and doesn't look like it's unique at all. And it's a kids movie about a war. It's going to go over well. One of the other things that the old Lion King movie did that the newer one didn't, it has more violence, and in a way not more violence. The choreography, as I said, was horrible. They were like hugging each other while fighting. That was basically it. The old one's rated G. The new one's rated PG. I think that's a big oversight. The new one should be rated G as well. They should have made it down a bit. And the death scene in Lion King, the new one, wasn't as good. I haven't seen the old one, again, that section, but I can already tell that it wasn't the best. And again, the lines, the writing, after copying, there wasn't that many good lines left. It was bad. And now this is not what fans want to hear. Now, quickly to turn over to Aladdin, as far as I know, there are actually some new songs in Aladdin that weren't in the original. They created some. May not be super big songs, but at least they were being creative and not reusing songs that were already existing. And again, it's a very slow-paced movie for Lion King, in my opinion. There's a lot of slow sections. They were dragging it out to fit the hour 58-minute mark for some reason, even though kids can barely sit still for an hour 30 sometimes. Sing was an exception, though. Actually, this entire summer they've been bringing back Illumination-based films, and Sing was in theaters for today that I saw it, on a Wednesday, and on a Thursday, one showing a piece. I went to Sing. Best experience I think I've had at a theater. They started clapping along when people in the movie started clapping. It was hilarious and awesome. But that one was an hour 40 something. An hour 48 actually, I think. And the kids actually surprisingly... Sorry, I yawned. Most of them stayed still, surprisingly. There was a group that kept on getting up. Apparently had to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes. But it could just be kids being antsy. So it's just, I don't think this Lion King movie needed to happen. And currently, again, I haven't seen Dumbo yet, their new Dumbo movie, but as far as I know, I think Steven Spielberg directed it, and he made it a bit darker than people wanted it to be for a kids movie. Which I totally understand. But well, that's cool. Sorry, I was looking at the freeze frame. Here, let me see if I can do this. This freeze frame right here. Yeah, that one right there. You probably saw me when I moved this out of the way. You could see my background. I'm not going to try to edit that out. But this freeze frame here, if you look at here, you can see that they drew two different images here. And you can tell because these are the brush strokes or the pencil strokes. And you can tell that they didn't animate this very much, but they animated his eye and his face entirely a lot. And that's really cool because animation takes a lot of work. And this is still the old hand-drawn way. This is very impressive. All of that. And there's no sound on purpose. I have it muted. But here, let's see. If I unmute it.
Is that a challenge?
Temper.
That exact thing there. Is that a challenge? Sorry, it's very bad. That was taken right out of this for the new movie. And it's like, and Scar is a bit off. Disney seems to have trouble recasting their villains. Just saying. They seem to have quite a bit of trouble with that. They can't seem to figure that one out. Because the one issue I had with Aladdin was the villain. So. But currently, according to what I've heard overall, Dumbo was a flop. Aladdin did really well, and is still doing really well. And I think Lion King's going to be a flop. I don't think Lion King will do good at all. Unfortunately. So Disney for a while won't have much that I'll be interested in. Disney will be off my radar for the upcoming future. I will not see Mulan in theaters unless I have a chance to see it with free tickets. Otherwise, I don't want to see it, and I may even be like, okay, no. I'm gonna go. This is not interesting. Maybe I'll even fall asleep in the theater. I don't know. But Mulan does not look fun. And does not even look interesting. And I hate to say, when I go to a kids movie, I do not want it to be about a war. I know there's some people who love Mulan. But Anyway, so that'll wrap up my review for Disney's The Lion King. This is kind of like a review of the original as well. Original, I do like. I do like it. I really do. Newer one is this is the second time this year I've really not liked the movie. The first movie was The Dead Don't Die. There were some fun comedic moments in that movie, but otherwise that movie fell flat. Big time. So yeah, it was that and then this. These are the two movies that I really haven't liked this year. All the other ones I think have been at least decent. And I've seen a lot of movies this year. So, yeah. A lot. But anyway, I'm going to end this here because I need to kind of relax and chill while I can before I have to go to sleep, because I'm going to be going to sleep in the near future, not too far away. It'll be closer by, for sure, because I have to get up again early in the morning. And yeah, I'm already going to be tired enough as it is, because I worked pretty late either way, so thankfully, though, I was able to catch a showing of Lion King, so anyway. Oh, that's another thing. Again, I don't know if I've said this. I may have. Lion King's a kid's movie. I know a lot of adults are going to come see it because they want reminiscence and whatnot, but it's a kid's movie. Not a PG-13 film. I think the slow parts will really drag kids down and they'll want to get up and leave. But anyway, if you guys liked The Lion King, but not loved it, I think you'll be fine with the new one. If you didn't see the original but are interested in trying, the new one would be a good starting point. Get it out of your system first before you see the old one and start to fall in love with it. See the one that's a little bit worse. And yeah, that's what I would say to do. If you've seen the original and absolutely love it, if you really want to see this one, go ahead. You'll be disappointed, but go ahead. And if you see it and you actually like it, feel free to, or like it more than the original, feel free to leave a comment down below of why. I would love to hear it, because I love hearing people's opinions on these kind of things. Because sometimes you're like, you're right, and they change my mind on it, because I always like giving movies a fair shot, but Disney needs to stop. At this rate, they're going to have to do a live action version of all of their movies. Now, if they do Ratatouille, oh, I will be in love if they do a live action Ratatouille movie. Even if it's bad, I'll still be in love, because Ratatouille is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. I love it. Although that might be a bit disgusting, because they either have to work with CGI rats or real live rats, and I don't know if that'll be a good thing or not. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the end of my Lion King review, because this is going to be thrown in at the end. I wanted to get a little bit clearer on some things, because I recorded most of it last night, and I was very harsh on the film. I missed one thing, the monkey. If you really like the monkey, you'll be highly disappointed, because the monkey's not used for much in here. So, you'll be highly disappointed. But I want to make clear that if you are going to see this just for fun, I think you will enjoy it. I'm not rating this one based on enjoyment. If I enjoyed it, I would probably get it up to about a solid C. But if we're going to compare this to the original, as most people will, with like Aladdin, I'm going to watch. That's why part of the reason I haven't done my Aladdin one yet is because I want to watch the Robin Williams one and compare them. That's a main thing I want to do. But with the Lion King here, in comparison, this one really sucked. And if someone wants to watch them back to back, they're going to be really like worn out by this series, this 2-movie series, because a lot of it's the same in both, just with better CGI in this one. Because the other one was all hand drawn, which is very impressive. It takes forever to do that. I also wanted to show you one of my favorite posters for this movie, and I really hope maybe one day I can actually find a copy of it. Let's see if I can find it, though. Here it is. Hold on, it's too big. This is one of the actual posters for the movie. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. He's so cute. Simba is so cute. So cute. So cute. Sorry, I love that. But, it's just, I don't know if, or exactly what's going to be done with this. I don't know if they're going to remake Lion King 2, Lion King 1.5, and make them all into live action interpretations. I don't think this is going to do well enough for them to do something like that. Aladdin, I guarantee we're going to get an Aladdin 2, because the first one did really well. I think Lion King will be gone after like 3 weeks. I'm saying that once it's been in theaters for about 3 weeks, at least the theater that I mainly go to, it'll be gone. And they've had Aladdin for like 5 or 6 weeks now. So I don't think that this movie's going to do too well. If it does really well, people actually like it, audiences actually like it, I'm going to be shocked, because a lot of it is just rehashing the old one. And a lot of people like, oh, you can't replace Robin Williams. So why would they change their mind about The Lion King? That makes no sense to me. You know? And that gets me upset too. People, if you like Robin Williams, apparently as well, and I've been told by this and by people, and apparently Will Smith said this as well, that he actually talked to Robin Williams before he died, because this movie was in pre-production at the time. Not this one, Aladdin was in pre-production. And he talked to him about the role, and he got pointers and tips from Robin Williams about this role. So, and he also said that he did not want to duplicate Robin Williams, he just wanted to do himself. I can't imagine the stress he had on his shoulders for the role. But give him a chance at least. He's not a bad... I mean, I understand everyone has their own things, you know, whether they like him as an actor or not. But he's still a good... He's really good in this movie. Anyway, we're not talking about Aladdin, we're talking about Lion King. I really did enjoy this movie. The Cub, one of the reasons I'm going to get this when it comes out on Blu-ray is because of the cuteness of the baby cubs. I started to lose interest in the second half because they weren't as cute. But that's just me. So I did enjoy it. Again, if it was just strictly off of enjoyment, it would be like a C, solid C. But off of the comparison, it's a D-. On that front, though, I still did enjoy it compared to the original. I enjoy the original more, but I still did enjoy this one a little bit. It has its quirky moments that I did enjoy. So that's why I didn't put it down to an F or E, depending on whichever grade system you use. So, either way, that's all I really wanted to do. Just add this little chunk on, because I missed out the thing about the monkey. And I think that was kind of important, because that was one of the other people in theater I was here talking. And that was saying that that was the most disappointing thing in the movie, was that the monkey. So, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Life's not fair, is it? You see, I shall never be king. And you shall never see the light of another day.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. One day, Simba, as king, you need to understand that balance.
Run away, Simba, and never return.
Take your place in the great circle of life.